Tiny Build, Capcom, World 9 Gaming, SomethingArtistic.net, Power Up Audio, Alienware, and the Humble Bundle. It's been another great day here at Summer Games Done Quick 2015. We had our Mega Man X block earlier in the night, went into our Castlevania block, and now we are going to be doing a couple of, maybe you consider them indie favorites. We're starting off with Ori and the Blind Forest by Vulajin, followed up afterwards by Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, and Mighty Switch Force 2. I've got $26.40. Actually, I'm going to save to read that one. I'll come back to that one later. I've got $5 from TK Kitty. Hello, everyone at SGDQ, as well as Magical Announcer Senpai. You were talking about the last one. I get it. That's it, bro. I get it. I love everything about the GDQs, and I can't wait to see all the runs. Just you wait. I've also got $50 from Sirius. Looking forward to Ori. I haven't figured out a way to sequence break it, but I guess I'm about to get a lesson. Yes, you will. And save the animals, because if there's one thing Ori teaches you, it's that if you don't, Mom's gonna come for you, and it won't be pretty. I heard that. What y'all talking behind my back for? Love you, Andy. Everyone at home watching, have you ever noticed how dreamy Andy is on that couch? Social media says otherwise. Hi, couch. Welcome to Late Night SGDQ 2015. I'm your host, Spike Machida, and let's all get comfy. Ladies and gentlemen, our god, Elrig. 6. What? Elrig. Elresix. Risks. What a god. Hey, Vulajin was on there. Good job, buddy. What an idiot. Ding. Shots. Yo, we got $26.44 from a guy named DBX. Yeah. What's up, Ori boys? Just wanted to say good luck to Vulajin on this broken game. So, GL, kill the animals. Thanks. Yo, DBX, thanks, buddy. I've got $250 from Caitlin Gadd. That's a late night clap. That's, yeah. Vulajin, thanks for all your support and for the excellent speedruns. Good luck walking that frog. Oh baby. $30 from Gramelios. Congrats on world record. Good luck, Vulajin. Ori is an incredible game, and I'm really happy more people will get to see it here. Great SGDQ so far. Very much agree. How about $50 from Owen L? Best of wishes to Vulajin on Ori from your new co-workers. Walk that Frankie like you're Frank Quixote. I don't know. I just read it. I don't know. Hello.
Hey there.
Hey.
All right. So we've got so Michael and David. You guys are level designer and gameplay programmer, respectively, right?
Nice. Cool.
All right, great. So obviously, I'm gonna do. I and my couch behind me are gonna do like the commentary about the speedrun, and then I guess we'll just try to ask you like relevant questions as we're going. Just get your insights about the game and the development process and how much we've broken it compared to what you expected. So I think we're live now.
Oh.
All right.
I can hear myself.
All right. Should I should do some quick introductions, huh? All right. So I'm Vulajin. Hi. I'm going to be running this awesome game called Ori and the Blind Forest, which came out in March this year. Behind me on my couch, I've got 3 other runners of this game. Please
Hi, I'm
feel free to
Andy,
introduce.
and I'm going to be making fun of Vulajin.
He's probably going to do that once or twice, yeah?
I'm Alexi, and I'm terrible at this game.
I'm Oro, and I'm also terrible at this game.
And we also have 2 special guests. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
All right, so I'm Michael. I'm a developer on Ori and the Blind Forest. I did level design.
And I'm David, the main programmer of the game, / gameplay programmer.
And we are really looking forward to having you guys participate in our commentary here and enjoy as we play this awesome game that you've given us. So,
Sweet, we're looking forward to watching it. And as an added bonus, if you beat your record, I'm going to give you a cheat code.
Oh.
Oh, man.
oh,
Absolutely
man.
no pressure.
I don't think anyone on the internet's found this one yet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, actually, you're right about that, David. It's kind of fun.
That's pretty sick.
That's a lot of pressure. So my PB is 36 minutes flat in this category that I'm going to run. So I guess that's the target time. And actually, I also have a bonus here. Mine's a little bit more failure-based, I guess. I'm going to donate $15 for every time that I die during this run. And another 5 for every time that I accidentally bash in the wrong direction.
Wow.
So
Even more uh-oh.
yeah.
Which controller do you have right now?
I'm using the Xbox One controller, so I'm paying out the nose today.
You're gonna make it.
And I think I'll have Andy pick where I put those donations since he's the one.
I still have to figure out where I have to put my money, dude.
So you guys are welcome to join in, you 3 on the couch, with donations of your own, but you don't have to hold yourself to that. I'll just be the one dealing with it. Anyway, everyone up on tech, are we all good?
All right.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started, and right away we're going to do a trick, and let's see if I can actually get it. If not, I lose 2 seconds. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ugh.
Nice, dude.
Okay, so this is it's a really dumb trick where you hit A and B to start the game at the same time, and it brings up the main menu, and you open options, and then you can exit that and skip cutscene, saves 2 seconds.
You have to be a wizard to hit 2 buttons at the same time, from what I'm told.
Agreed. It's basically impossible. So Ori and the Blind
so many
Forest.
bugs with menus in this game.
Yes.
Sorry.
So there is, I think, probably the first impression, the biggest impression that this game had on me was the beginning, the prologue. It's like 15 minutes long. It's very, very touching. And
Almost enough to make me cry.
oh, it made me cry. I will admit. And I just skipped it because that takes 15 minutes, and I don't have that kind of time.
We're trying to go fast.
Man, I remember when we were developing the prologue, we were actually like arguing as a team whether we were going to allow it to be skippable or not.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you for
That could've
letting
been
me say
a
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
I can
Yeah, I would have
guarantee
hated that.
I would not have touched this game at all after my casual playthrough if it wasn't skippable.
I probably wouldn't have.
So right here, I'm killing these enemies with timed shots. This game has a system where when you shoot by spamming the attack button, you can shoot with like a very short delay, but then there's a long delay after that before you can shoot another volley. And if you time your shots instead, you shoot a little bit less quickly overall, but you avoid that long delay. What exactly kind of prompted you guys to do that particular design?
I
We
don't
wanted
think
like
it was intended, is it?
no, it's intentional. It's like Oh, well, actually, the delay thing, that could be a bug in the code, but we wanted the Spirit Flame to sort of have that, like, pew, 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 pew kind of feel, like that 1, 2, 3. So that's why there's that third delay. But I think if you do the pew, pew, and then you don't do that third one, the final delay is, like, less, so it resets the internal counter, and
Yeah.
yeah, well found.
That's great. I was really not expecting you to say, like, that's a bug.
Yeah, me either.
Well, a lot of the things, like the tricks you use, they're actually found during production. But we just thinking like, oh yeah, that's cool, so we're gonna fix it.
Yeah, so actually, it would be cool to talk about that. So the first speedrunner of this game was actually you, Michael, right?
Yeah, during the weeks leading up to release, I mean, we were all playing the game a lot, but I was just using that as an excuse to speedrun it. I almost got below 1 hour, and that's without any of the menu-related saving bugs you guys use.
Yeah, we've definitely found like a massive number of glitches and time saves since then. So the time that you had is really impressive. And so the Moon Studios devs have been very, very supportive of speedrunners the whole way. And really, they didn't need to like tell us anything for us to get where we are right now. But there was one point where, did I just quit the game? Yeah. I did.
I was about to say sick menu, but then you had to go and do that.
So we're counting that as a death, right?
No, it's not actually a death. But anyway, I was trying to do a glitch there, which
The death of the game.
we should probably
Don't quit the game again.
we should probably explain the glitch I just did. Andy, you want to?
Yeah, sure. So basically, when you make a save point, you can hit B again to access the ability tree, which you can like use the he got an ability point from leveling up, and you can use those to level up certain aspects of Ori. And if you do that close enough to one of those like ability trees, well, the things that you get an actual ability from.
Skills.
Yeah, there we go, a skill tree. You make the save close enough and activate the skill tree cutscene, and then tapping B still brings up the ability tree. You can level something up, and it saves the game, and then it saves it with already you having the skill. So you can exit the game, reload it, and it gives you movement during the cutscene. But the camera's locked like you were going through it normally until it ends.
So we'll get back to what I was talking about in just a minute. But right now we're going to do a trick called Walk the Frog, or Frankie Walk, if you will. We've given this enemy the name of Frankie because it's like a frog and a monkey. It kind of looks like both to some people. And this trick is courtesy of a guy named Chunkatuff.
He destroyed this game.
Who has
very
just
recently
thoroughly broken this game into little tiny pieces. And
I'm going to be honest, I missed the old game.
I kind of tend to agree, but this trick is really pretty ingenious, so I do like it.
It is a neat trick, but I miss my iceless.
I was really, just for months, I was looking forward to coming to SGDQ and like trying to do this trick called Iceless that we have. If you're familiar with Mega Man X speedruns, there's a similar jump to the one we call Iceless, and that's where we took the name from.
Because we're super original.
Agreed. But unfortunately, we came up with Frog Walk, and this is way, way faster than any route that included Iceless.
Yeah, so
I
basically,
like how the enemy is just immune to the spikes there.
Only certain ones, actually.
he only gets hurt by that first set of spikes.
The system we have is really kind of lousy. Like we have to actually flag each set of spikes as damaging enemies and the player. For some reason, it's player only.
Oh my god!
What just happened there? Anyway, now that we're done almost killing ourselves, Andy is just like, he's just dying over there.
I was about to cry.
So yeah, so we've made it through the hardest section of the game, which is literally the first 6 minutes. And now we're good.
Yeah, so basically what happened there, throughout the game there's these energy doors that require different amounts of like energy cells to open. And that one was a 4 energy cell door. Normally you need 4 full energy cells to open them because putting one in depletes one that you have. But he brought the Frankie all the way over there and time to level up with it so that he could put 2 in the door, while the experience was magnetizing towards him. And then when he leveled up, it instantly refills your health and energy. So he can put 2 more that he didn't actually have into the door to open it. And it skips a pretty large chunk of the game on the left side.
So now we're heading to get double jump, and we don't even have charge flame, which is our first major deviation from kind of the intended path in this game.
You're going to see another save glitch here.
Yeah.
This one has quite a bit of off-screen movement as well.
Yes.
Indeed.
So this one, it's more noticeable that it saves time.
Yeah, and it's normally at this point I'm using like an audio cue if I'm doing like serious attempts at this. However, in this case I didn't bother because I've been specifically practicing not using the audio cue so I could just do the jumping. And yeah, I just jumped over a bunch of poison water without being able to see where I was going.
Yeah, the nice thing about the audio cue is that Ori's feet make different noises when they're on different types of ground. So you can like actually hear when Ori gets onto the wood little broken bridge. So it's very easy to time with an audio cue.
So coming up here, I do a fairly substantial skip where normally you have to go all the way off to the left in this area and do some stuff that
it's some huge Gumo chase cutscene.
Yeah,
where you just follow him around while he's carrying the
whatever.
water vein, which you already have.
All right, so I'm
You
doing
can
one more
actually
save
activate
glitch
it from the wrong side as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh,
I think you actually might do that in the 100% route. So here I did a save glitch, and what I skipped is a cutscene where Gumo triggers like a rock slide on you. There are actually several sequences in this game where you have to do like kind of a timed or you know, like event-like thing where, you know, there's obstacles coming at you or whatever, the ground is exploding or whatever. And I'm curious kind of what prompted you guys to use those as kind of like a common design pattern in this game.
Well, time challenges are just kind of fun, I think. I mean, we decided very early on we're not going to do boss fights in this game, like not true boss fights. So instead we had these chase sequences or escape sequences that just focus on pure platforming.
Yeah, we're gonna see pretty soon. We've actually like skipped the first mini boss entirely, but we're gonna see a couple of them later on. And they're really a pretty interesting choice. It's very different kind of playing this game compared to a game with more traditional, you know, like a boss, basically like a boss rush type thing where you, I mean, that's what happens when you speedrun that type of game is you typically just go from boss to boss and kill them.
I definitely agree with the escape sequence choice for this game though. Like just fighting stuff didn't seem the way to go.
The funny thing is when you run the escape sequences, except for the last one, you basically skip the actual time pressure element. I mean, you've got the clock ticking, you're speedrunning obviously, but there's nothing actually chasing you. I guess we'll see.
Well, something will be chasing Vulajin in the Jinso tree. We well, back when the save glitch was found.
Another one here, by the way.
Oh yeah. Okay. So so basically, with the way these save glitches work is he leveled out something called Rekindle, which allows you to reuse save points. And so you save next to a cutscene trigger, and then run into it and resave, and it skips it just like before.
So I have to say right now, the Ginso tree is beautiful, and the music in it is amazing.
But save glitching when you die destroys it.
Yep.
I'll make sure Gareth hears that, the composer.
Yeah, the music in this game done by Gareth Coker is really, really something.
I told you. I told you to do it.
No! So I told everyone in the practice room, like I just wasn't even going to try doing that stupid movement because I've tried it so many times recently and I just have not gotten it. And then, of course, I was like, let me just try it once. Got it first try and then just missed the platform. Totally biffed it. Now we're just going to, I'll show you what the normal way looks like because you can see how much slower it is and how much less hilarious and impressive looking it is.
Yeah,
The
basically.
thing you were trying to do, we actually wanted to have an achievement for that at one point.
Oh
Oh,
man.
nice.
Well,
to
there
the-
is an achievement like jumping like 15 times
Yeah,
consecutively in the
that's
air.
the replacement for it.
Interesting.
Yeah, basically what he was trying to do is every single time you enter one of those little blue warpy type hole things, it resets your double jump, so you're able to continually double jump like in and out of them and kind of zigzag back and forth.
I think Jumpman was the first person I saw actually do that, though.
Yeah, very few people even try that in runs because it's very hard to get the rhythm right for that. As you're jumping up, the rhythm actually changes for you to get that right. All right, Andy.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't push it all the way.
I don't have to leave.
Oh, but there's actually, part of what we should mention about this category that we're playing a category called All Skills, No Out of Bounds. And the No Out of Bounds just means that we can't break the physical boundaries of the game world. And there's actually one way you can in the previous room that I was just in, where you can clip through the ground and skip that entire sequence of having to push the log thingies. But obviously in this category, we're not allowed to do that.
An old route we used to use the charge flame, which we now don't have, to deflect the projectile into the door instead of moving anything.
And we also use it on that boss, and it would only take 2 cycles, and now it takes a lot more.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's worth it.
It's probably the most RNG thing about this run now. Like this game really didn't have that much RNG in terms of like uncontrollable things. But that worm's spawn point is completely random. If he spawns in the bottom right, you literally can't do anything before he disappears.
Okay, so this is the moment I've been waiting for since I started playing this game, is showing you guys this ability in this run. This is called Bash. This is my favorite ability. I really want to know who came up with the idea for this.
That would have been James, the animator on this game.
It's
Although
absolutely
David
amazing.
coded it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Actually, David did something awesome when he coded it too, for that matter. So Bash is a really cool ability where you grab a projectile, an enemy, or a specifically designated environmental object, and you shoot yourself in a particular direction that you aim with the analog stick or the mouse. And you fly initially with a very high rate of speed. And so what you can do, which you'll see pretty soon, is that you can use the momentum from that to go very, very fast.
Yeah, if you keep the directional input neutral.
Please, thank you.
Okay, first let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So okay, basically, you need keystones to open these doors. And so he put 3 keystones in the door. The way they work, there's like a radius around the door where if you leave it, the keys get automatically put back into your inventory. So he saved outside of this screen's loading zone.
That's one.
So that so he came up here, put 3 keys, which didn't open the door, and killed himself. Since he could kill himself still in the radius, it put him back to his save point, which was outside the radius. So the game put the keys back in his inventory, and then they respawned when he went back up there. It skips a huge underwater section.
So we're going to do a really, really cool trick that I don't even know how someone came up with the idea that this could be possible. And the someone, by the way, is a speedrunner by the name of Onan. Actually, I misspeak, actually. Onan came up with the setup to do this, but the trick itself, we don't even know who it was. But basically the idea is if you level up right here and position yourself right next to those things, you break those both at once, and that skips having to do a 30-second room on the right side. And now we're going to do the escape.
So normally we would save glitch here. It saves a couple seconds, but the water doesn't spawn, but that's no fun.
Agreed.
Like, why would Vulajin want to do something easy?
Agreed.
So we let the water adds some suspense. It's really pretty. It adds a little more intense to the intense music that's in the background.
He did it again!
I actually saw what you did wrong that time.
Did you?
Yeah, you didn't bash him down at enough of an angle, so he just stayed on the platform up there.
Dude, that Frankie is an absolute champion right now. I'm dying again. Oh my gosh. All right.
This is what was happening in the practice room, by the way.
Yep. Right before I came over here. That's hilarious. So he just did that to me for the first time earlier today. Because, yeah, I didn't aim high enough. Also, we're going to use this. Nope, just kidding. The spider projectile hit the wall, so we didn't get to use it. Oh, well.
Okay, not only does the save glitch make the water disappear, which makes it much easier, but the water actually causes quite a bit of lag just because of all the animations on the screen.
So many particles.
Yes.
Each individual drop of water is its own particle.
Shout outs to the dev team, by the way, too, for there was a patch that you guys put out that was kind of supposedly fixed a lot of frame rate issues, and it kind of made a couple things worse, especially in like Misty Woods. And then like I think not even before the next day happened, like you guys had immediately gotten on top of it and fixed it, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty serious bug. I think what was actually happening is it was throwing an exception every frame. David would know more about that. But it was really bad.
There was also the one patch where you guys patched out the slime movement in Horu, and that just would have completely changed the speedrun route. And then we complained about it, of course, and then somebody fixed it in like 2 days or something like that. It was really awesome.
Yeah, Moon Studios, you guys have been really, really supportive of us, and we really appreciate it.
Michael has actually been in our IRC channel like since it started, which is really cool.
Yeah, although I was lurking there for a while at first. No one knew who I was.
And then we'd be talking about new things that got found and be like, oh, you haven't found everything yet. We're not going to tell you what it is, but you haven't found everything yet.
Well, that's actually funny because that was how we figured out bash gliding, sort of, which is, I hate when I short that jump. Bash gliding is a technique that you're going to see much more obviously right about now, which is that when I bash, if I let go of the analog stick, basically immediately after bashing, it won't fix my horizontal speed. Like, it won't reduce it to be normal jumping speed. And so I'll just keep flying really, really fast through the air. And once I get the feather, I'll be able to go even faster than that.
And triple jump.
I should say over longer distances.
You get triple jump still, right?
You do get triple jump.
Okay, I remember it got taken out for like a day.
Okay, so normally you're supposed to go underwater and break the little thing down there. There's a breakable thing. And what we're going to do instead is save in midair and then try for a 1-frame stomp, which breaks this thing.
Nice.
Shout out to Chunk
Yeah, I
of
remember
Tough.
its last play of that.
Yeah, that's yet another Chunk of Tough special. All right, so here's where you'll first see how here's where you'll first see bash gliding really obviously. I'm going a lot faster than I would be if I were running, so it's pretty nice.
And it's not as much of a time saver currently with double jump, but once you get triple jump and the feather, you just go through massive amounts of land very,
I'm glad
very
you're
quickly.
doing Misty Woods on this run because it's set up best for it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You can just go through huge sections of it without touching the ground.
So I actually just did a cutscene skip. There's a trigger where if you go to a certain spot, Kuro will show up, the angry bird that you've barely seen in this run because I'm skipping everything. And she'll try to eat you or whatever. She can't find you, so on. But by bashing off of something that's on the other side of the trigger from where you are, you just don't trigger it.
I was actually surprised that trigger window was so small.
Also, what you guys donated for was a low health challenge, and just now Vulajin passed what would be our 5th life cell at this point. And he only has 3 health segments right now, so he has significantly less health than we normally would have, which makes several things a lot more difficult.
It's also going to cause me to die a whole bunch of times later on, but that's fine. That wasn't really a miss bash, it was just crappy.
It was just terrible.
All right, so now we finally get Charge Flame. We skipped it with the Frog Walk earlier, and now we come back and get it because this category is all skills, not all skills but Charge Flame. Hello.
And despite all the Charge Flame walls, those blue walls with the cracks in them, you actually need Charge Flame to break through them. Well, you need it,
yeah.
but they're actually all breakable without it, so you don't need Charge Flame to beat the game.
please jump.
But this is all skills, so.
I don't usually see people skip that though in any percent, or do they now?
They do now, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, the current any percent route, you don't skip charge flame because you skip stomp. If I recall correctly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that right? Actually,
I stopped paying attention to any
At this
percent.
point, I literally don't remember the any percent route because it's so there's so many tricks and you can skip so much, and we really didn't want to skip everything. We didn't want to skip everything in the first presentation of this game and event, so we're doing this category, which skips a little less. Also, man, that was painful.
Also, fun fact about that cutscene he skipped right in front of the Great Tree. The cutscene trigger and the trigger that makes you kind of walk slowly through there seem to be separate. And if you skip the cutscene, you still walk slowly through there, and you're going to walk slowly through there even on your way back. So it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, I have no idea why that happens, by the way.
I guess it's just that zone doesn't get disabled if you do that.
It only disables once the cutscene is done, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really fun movement, and then some.
Yeah, right there is
tricks
something that
coming up.
most people don't find out in their casual playthrough, is that stomping on an object creates a little shockwave, and if you stomp on something in the air, it still creates the shockwave. So what is, I guess, usually intended to use charge jump to break through that, you can just use a stomp to break it.
All right, so we finally just learned triple jump, and promptly killed ourselves. So let me finally explain what is actually going on when that happens. So remember that I said that in order to get the bash glide, you have to let go of the analog stick right after you bash, basically. Well, the thing about this controller, it's an Xbox One controller, which is really a nice controller, except the analog stick has a very small dead zone, and that means that when you let go of it too hard, it snaps back and causes you to bash in basically a totally random direction.
It's usually exactly the opposite direction that you want.
Not always, though. I frequently find that it is at least
sometimes it's
almost entirely up.
Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, and sometimes it's just literally the opposite direction that you wanted.
Yeah, so that's the cause of most of my misses, and you can avoid that by just not letting go that quickly or sharply, but yeah.
You could also just choose to play with a keyboard and mouse.
Okay, so remember the part at this point where you get the feather and you're supposed to go to Misty Woods and then you get the thing to open the Forlorn Ruins.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah, Forlorn Ruins is actually my favorite dungeon because you don't have to do it.
Yeah, in all cells, there's one health cell in Forlorn Ruins, and we actually do it and then just leave out the entrance so we don't have to do the escape sequence.
So instead I'm going to do a trick called Sorrow Bash. We're going to enter Sorrow Pass just a little bit earlier with the help of a frame perfect trick that we just did there. So the basic idea of that trick is that you let go of the bash button and then one frame later you re-bash. And what that does is it allows you to bash off the same enemy again, but only the first bash causes the enemy to move. The second one causes you to move, so you can bash the enemy in one direction, and then with the second bash, you can bash yourself in that same direction. And that allows us to enter Sorrow Pass way earlier than we're really intended to do.
You don't want to do it in exactly the same direction, though, because then you'll be inside the enemy the entire way and you'll take damage.
Yeah, and I only have 3 health, and that would leave me at 1, so that's really not ideal.
Yeah, so you do it a little bit off the previous angle.
So here's where triple jump comes in handy a little bit. We just skip that laser entirely. And now we're also going to skip this one by just kind of wedging ourselves up here. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Stupid frog.
That's not good.
No, it's fine. We'll just put him up there. Put him right down there. Kill him, almost. Yeah, that's exactly. This is how you do this part. Don't you guys know?
Do you have health?
All right, I'm actually a little concerned about his health. So I'm going to do this, which is a little bit unusual.
I don't think he's making
dead.
it. Oh,
Yeah, he's dead. No,
yeah.
he's dead. He's dead.
Oh,
It's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, well. Well, let's just jump into spikes. Try it again. So the goal here is I need to juggle that frog all the way up there. And you'll see why momentarily as soon as I do the trick successfully instead of killing the frog.
Instead of stomping on him.
We used to have to take that
Stop
bolt.
shooting him.
We used to have to take that boulder up there that he just used to launch himself through that crack up there as well. But we have another method for what we used it for now.
I'm so glad that that's the thing. 'Cause
Agreed.
taking that
Yeah.
boulder up there was terrible.
It was awful.
Not only is it just like a dumb setup that takes like 20 seconds, but it also has very weird interaction physics.
Okay,
Like-
so all these spikes deal 4 damage, by the way, and I don't
Yes.
have 4 health, so that can happen. Really should have taken the safety save there, but it just looks so good when you don't. And then die. looks great. Oh, get up in there. Come on.
The best thing about saving in this game is it doesn't even waste time. So when you don't save, it's literally just...
You're done. Yeah, exactly.
Vulajin said it, not anybody else.
Agreed. I'm too stubborn for my own good. Safety saves are not my friend.
I agree.
So, Mike and David, I'm curious what your first thought was when you saw this frog juggle trick that we do here.
I thought it was hilarious, and I'm really glad it works.
Yeah.
I'm glad it works too, except for those last 3 shots of the. Everything's
So-
fine, guys. I don't know why you're panicking. Jeez.
The green frogs are actually like incredible snipers.
They are.
Their green shots go so far, and they'll just hit you off screen.
Everything in this game with a projectile is perfectly designed to just snipe you from like 80 yards away.
It's pretty great.
Also, fun fact about that frog as well is since we pushed it so far out of where it started, if you start or load into another file, it doesn't matter if it's the same one you were just playing on. As long as you don't quit the game in between, the frog will still be in that spot. The game just does not clear the data that he's not there anymore, and he's just still hanging out there. So we had to actually make a rule that if you like every attempt has to have like no frog there, and the best way to do that is just start the game fresh every time.
Oh, God.
Oh my!
That is the first time in like months that has not been on cycle. Dear God.
Yeah, you were just saying how consistent the cycle was, too.
I was just saying that. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So now I get to show off the good bash glide there at least. Yeah, that's what I was going for, guys. I just wanted to show you.
If movement's not frame perfect, just kill yourself and redo it.
Yeah, this
If I fix that bug with the enemy leak, would that annoy anyone in the speedrunner communities?
No.
probably
be-
not
It's
at
actually
all.
pretty
a-
convenient.
It's a super interesting like thing. Like, why does it happen? I mean, it's obviously like a memory leak, but
Yeah, it's basically like enemies are inside a scene, and when they leave the scene box, if they're still on screen and you're close to them, they unparent from the scene and go into this like dynamic thing so that they're like alive. So if you then run back into the scene after other stuff's happened, then they'll spawn again. But they've sort of left their home, and apparently when you exit out of the game, it doesn't destroy them. They just stay there forever.
Interesting.
And I guess they get disabled when they're off screen, so when you go back to the title screen, they just stay in world space in that spot.
You
Game
guys should
development
probably
is fun.
explain how that menu bug works, because I still have no idea how you do that.
Yeah, so we just did a glitch called Save Anywhere. I didn't want to interrupt David, of course, to explain it. But the basic idea is in the ability tree menu, if you hit A on the spirit light thing, the one that tells you how many XP you have to level up, then it will... I shouldn't hit the feather there. It will pop up a thing, and then you press A and B to both, like simultaneously, to both cancel that text out and also make it think that you exited the menu, except it's still open. Come on. So once you've done that, you actually have the ability to move while also still having the ability tree up. And if you use that correctly, you can resave the game in literally any spot that you are able to reach.
and we will be doing that again later, and it will have a much bigger impact than just skipping a cutscene.
Nice jumping. So Misty Woods is many people's favorite area, many speedrunners' favorite area of the game. because the kind of stuff that you can do here, if I do it well, looks really, really good.
Yeah, the movement is incredible.
Here, for example, is a bash glide that just, if you had to run that entire distance or jump, that would just be so slow. Nice, I got that
Nice, you
jump.
did it.
I missed that like every practice run I just did earlier. Nice. Good bash. We got this. So yeah, Misty Woods is actually, people have enjoyed optimizing the movements so much. We have a guy in the community named WN Besser who came up with a lot of tricks and also like just had so much fun with Misty Woods that he just did speedruns of Misty Woods. Literally only Misty Woods. And he made that a thing, and he got his time down to like 4 minutes.
It was like
which
4
is
flat.
Insane. Like completing this entire area in 4 minutes is totally crazy. So, but you can see, I mean, we make a lot of use of bash glides and do some kind of like scary maneuvers here and there too. Since we have charge jump, because we skipped. Since we have charge jump, I don't know what you guys are like scared about. Since we have charge jump, let's try that again. We can skip through that little barrier there, and we don't have to go around the top. Just saves a couple seconds here and there. But charge jump, I mean, you'll see as we're going through, it saves a lot of time in this entire area.
Normally you don't have it yet because you're not supposed to be able to do Sour Pass before this.
Bad. Okay.
So a bunch of the quirky little platforming mechanics. A bunch of the quirky platform mechanics just kind of get overwritten because we can jump really high. And
Like there's a whole
and
puzzle
float.
here that we're just going to ignore.
Yeah, basically, you jump on the lily pad and it just spawns another one, and then you keep jumping back and forth until it creates a little bridge for you.
You could bash glide through that, I think, without charge jump and still skip the platforms.
Yeah.
That's what people were doing before, at least.
Yeah, but now that we have charge jump, it's so much easier. So here are two of the. Sorry, I'm
Here's
just
some
kidding.
spikes.
Yeah, here's my face in spikes. I'll get back to whatever it was I was saying in just a moment when we get back there.
We do skip a pretty, not a huge chunk, but we skip a chunk of Misty Woods at the end because of.
All right, here are. I'd
There
like
was-
to get this awesome bash glide, but the game is like, no. Oh, well, here's a cool one.
Nice.
Yeah, that one looks nice.
So it looked nice,
It's
but that
also
one is
trivially
literally
easy.
free.
Yeah, you just press the D-pad right and you're done. Easy peasy. It's actually harder on mouse, which is not very common. So mouse bash aiming can be a lot more precise because you just put your mouse cursor wherever you want to aim, and you'll just go there. And so you can be very consistent about it.
Yeah, a lot of the old tricks in horror that we used to do before Chunkatuff broke the game were thought to be, well, they were obviously much easier to get consistent with.
That's why I saved right
with
down
a
here.
mouse.
So what exactly was your guys' inspiration for like the way you designed Misty Woods to have this like changing shape to it over the time that you're there?
Well, I guess it's hard to really pick one thing because I don't know of any game that quite does this sort of thing. But I mean, you could point to stuff like the Lost Woods and Zelda as a factor. I mean, it's an inspiration at least.
Unfortunately for a speedrun, it also means that you have to do all of Misty Woods. You can't just...
Yeah, this area is quite linear. It's not a dungeon, but it sort of acts as one in a way.
But a couple people in the community tried to find ways around having to... Basically, the triggers that make Misty Woods change are the actual keystones that you have to collect. And a bunch of people tried to find ways to like go out of bounds and like find some way to get to that last door with some duped keystones, but it just doesn't. There's no possible way.
It was so nice up to that point.
That's the worst, dying after that entire bash glide.
For the record, by the way, for this whole section, you're supposed to be carrying back this lantern so you can go into the second dungeon, but we don't care.
Yeah, again, Forlorn Ruins. They're going to continue being rather forlorn. And
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Do you mind if I read off just a couple donations?
You know what? This is actually a
this
great
is
time.
the best time.
Okay,
Nice
just
batch
because
flight, dude.
in general there have been tons of donations coming in just saying how much they love the game. I agree with that.
Yeah, go
But I wanted
ahead.
to read a couple of these. I've got a $500 donation from Shadowed. Dear Vulajin, you are the best. Your names are not here. Your names are not. Here's $500. Why did you leave us? I've got $500 from Uranium Anchor.
You guys are literally killing me.
Hey, Vulajin, how much are you going to donate if you softlock the game right at the end? Also, due to my magical staff powers, I'm going to cheat and start off the Magus bid war at $500 for Bo, just to complete the trifecta of his evil plan, RPG Jerkbird.
That is not exactly how it works, but thank you. What am I
You
doing?
please stop.
I can't. I'm incapable of stopping.
Okay, this is just Vulajin wanting to give more money to charity.
How
Let
many
me
deaths
let
is
me just stop playing the game for just like a moment here. I'm literally thinking more about the donations right now than I am about the game, so that should probably stop. You can keep going though, because people have donated real money to MSF and.
Don't worry, we have no more $500 donations, but I have a $100 donation from Wills saying, "Hi, Vuya and Couch. Seems like forever since we were trying to get under 1 hour. So, how much do I need to donate to get the water in Jinzo? $400 if you do it with water. No pressure and good luck." So I also have a $400 donation from Wills saying, "Water."
Oh man.
Wills also wants to let you know that MSF is loving your clutch deaths. Keep up the good work.
We finally made it past that section.
Congratulations.
Victory.
You should probably save.
Yeah, that's what the last half energy is for. It's gonna be right here. I would be very impressed with myself if I found a way to die right about there. Blah. If you run off the edge of a platform right before you charge jump, you don't get to charge jump. Just treats it like an air jump.
And it's pretty hard to die here, but I have found a way to do it at least once.
Oh yeah. So yeah, part of the hilarity of the $1,200 that you guys donated to make me play with 3 health is deaths like the ones I just had. It's very easy to just like, oh, actually, sorry. I have to get this map done. I promised Onan that I would get that, so shout-outs to Onan.
This is just Vulajin's warm-up into low percent. I'm the only one that's
dude.
I'm the only one that's been I'm the only one that's been dumb enough to do low percent so far.
Is that even a thing? Like, is there
Not
a thing?
I'm the only one that's done it, so no.
What is it? We don't even know what low percent is.
Well, Chunkatuff kind of made it different.
Of course you did.
I was trying to grab it. Yeah, Doctors Without Borders is gonna get. I mean, I've already done it a fair bit to get the Demon Chocobo thing going, but alas, Andy gets to pick where this goes. Anyway, so we're nearing the very end of the run. Obviously, of course, we're at Mount Horu, which is the final dungeon. It has, you know, these 8 rooms where you got to go from top to bottom, stopping the lava flow room by room. And then finally the lava at the bottom recedes, and you're able to proceed to the final escape sequence. So it's pretty long.
Instead of 8, let's do 0. That's what I like.
I tend to agree with that. So I should be under lava now. Yeah.
Yay.
So basically, that was the same kind of principle as the thing he did earlier to bash under the water, except he used you know, the save anywhere thing. So if he saved over open ground, it just forced him to the bottom immediately.
Go in the door.
Before we used to, you can go through the lava falls with 2 very precise bashes that we used to do. We used to do the bottom door on the left side, and then we would clip into the 3rd door on the right side and do that one in the 4th door. But alas...
Quick pool, guys. How many deaths on the final escape?
None. I believe in you for once.
I'm going to give just one.
All right, let's find out. There's no speed tricks here, really. It's just play good. And as we've seen, I'm not usually capable of that, so...
There used to be a speed trick, but you have charge jump now, so it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, using charge flame on breakables is a speed trick, because that's totally not intended.
Oh, really? That's funny. So before...
It took us forever to realize that,
Funny
actually.
story about that. So we used to just stomp into the fire at the bottom to break it. And then just a random viewer, I think it was in Vulajin's chat, was like, I think you can use Charge Flame to break those. And we were like, oh my god, you can.
That's pretty much verbatim what happened. Other than, I don't think it was in my channel, but that's basically
it was
exactly
somewhere, but it was really funny.
All right, so we're basically done. We just have to walk right a bit, but we don't stop the timer until we walk with Naru all the way to the end. So
hey, you didn't soft lock.
Yes. Sorry, UA.
I've got a $300 donation donated anonymously in loving memory of Vulajin's wallet.
Rip.
Yes!
I'll be taking that. I get to put the money somewhere.
There you go.
Indeed.
I've also got a $10 donation from Furret Turret saying, great to have developer commentary.
Agreed. While I have this opportunity, I just want to thank you guys so much for participating in this run here. Your game is fantastic, and you guys have been so good to our community that it's been a pleasure to have you.
Definitely.
Oh, thanks,
you're
man.
welcome.
And it's definitely
It's awesome watching this live. It's crazy.
And time.
Still time.
All right, now pause it to see.
I think the switch is broken.
It was like a high 43.
Yo!
Yeah, it was like 43.55.
That's
High five.
That's pretty
proud
much
of
the
you.
worst possible time.
Yeah!
Oh man.
That's almost as bad as my any percent.
That was a good time, what, like 3 months ago?
No, it was more because we broke the game so recently. Like it was actually decent
Oh, yeah, I guess that's right.
last month or two for this category, I guess maybe before it existed. Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys so much. Do you guys, the devs, do you guys want to have like say any final words before we?
Well, David,
head
you
off?
promised to.
Oh yeah, cheat code.
Oh man, I didn't beat my PB. I don't know.
Nah, so the cheat code, it's left, up, right, down, up, 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 and then the A button, and it changes you to a random color. A lot of times you just make white, like a stronger shade of white, but occasionally you get cool colors like green and pink.
Can you do that on stream real quick?
I want to do
Vulajin?
that on stream.
Yes,
Up,
skip,
down, up,
okay.
up, up.
skip these terrible
All right.
credits. The credits are actually probably one of my favorite things about this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the credits
Definitely.
have great music, and also shout-outs to A.L. Stern, who refuses to let us skip the credits because he wants to see his name in it.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just make a new game. And failed attack, of course.
Nice, dude.
Always fail it. Anyway, so you said left, up, right, down, up, 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 A.
Yep.
Oh my god, this... Can we do another speedrun like this? I can't see where my character is.
It's amazing.
sick, dude.
Dude, I'm doing all my runs from now on.
I cannot
with this.
wait to do this.
Hold on, let's see what else we can get. Hold on. Miss. Oh my god. I'm purple, yes! Oh man.
Cool.
Well,
That's pretty sick.
That's amazing.
that's fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Thank you guys again for joining us. I appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching, and let me do the standard shout-outs thing. Obviously, shout-outs to my couch and my second couch hidden over there. really everyone in the Ori community. We have people across the world playing this game. We've got people from England, Sweden, Germany, Australia, I'm pretty sure, everywhere.
I'm from Australia.
That's true. We have a programmer from Australia, and even the dev team was multinational. So you guys have been awesome, all of you who have participated in running this game, and thanks so much. Especially Onan Chunkatuff, Besser, Double Squirrel, Adam Primer, Andy Jumpman,
Ike.
and Ike.
Yep.
Definitely
Can't forget
not
Ike.
least. Ike Wolf, by the way, twitch.tv/IKEWOLF. Go follow him. Don't bother following me. Ike Wolf is the best player of this game. That's all. Thanks for watching. See ya.
See ya.
Oh, man.
Another shout outs to Vulajin on the couch for Ori and the Blind Forest. Thank you to the devs for the video game, obviously, and for our sick new color-coded cheat code. With that, we're actually going to set up for an interview here pretty soon with Vulajin afterwards. I'm going to bust through some donations before we get there. I've got a $50 donation from Bailey. I'd donate more, but I think with all of Vulajin's deaths, I'm going to be the only one able to pay rent next month. $200 from Steven Martinez. Love Ori. Thanks for playing it, guys, and keep up the good work. $100 donated anonymously. Thanks for introducing us to the game. Remember, when you're dying, you're winning for the cause. $75 from Zoline. Heart. $50 from Spirit Bear. Been waiting for the Ori speedrun. Great game and great run. $10 from Shard. Shoutouts to Cadence and the rest of the squad watching this great SGDQ. Blep never and kill the animals, especially the owl. $20 from Andom. Good morning from Sweden. Awesome runs, everyone. Ori looks like an absolute delight and a definite purchase. Absolutely agree there. Glad to hear the devs are coming along for the run. And good going, Vulajin. As a developer, I can only imagine how it feels to get the game torn to bits live, but all for a good cause. Here's $20 to charity and the Superstar Saga Glitch Showcase. $125 from Croto Botkins. I adore everything about Ori and the Blind Forest, even though it hates me. It's so hard. I'm such a noob. Keep on wrecking it, Vulajin. Thank you to everyone involved. You are all amazing, and I always look forward to watching GDQ events. P.S. Kill the animals, save the frames. $100 from DJ Thunder. Hype for Ori and the Blind Forest Game of the Year edition. I had a $50 donation from Joka. I need to donate under Ori. Best game ever since 2015. Good luck, Vulajin. Got $35 from PDX because Vulajin is the greatest. Love Vulajin. No, seriously, he's awesome. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and throw it over to the interview table and have our interview with the runner you just watched, Vulajin.
All right. Hey, folks, I'm Studio. I'm here with Vulajin, and I want to talk about Vulajin because it's kind of a special case here. Like, you just did a run, right?
I did.
All right, but you also have a position besides runner.
Indeed.
Here at SGDQ. What are your other titles? It's not just one.
Senior tech volunteer, volunteer coordinator, registration person, Yeah,
So-
everything.
So, like, when it comes to the game setup, for example, half the time a game is being set up, I see Vulajin running around out back, or you might see him in front of the camera setting stuff up. When he's not there, he's also out in the registration making sure people can actually get into the event, or if they have a problem, people go up to him and just go, help me, please. And Vulajin, like, what do you do at that point when someone comes up to you?
I help them. I mean,
It's a good idea.
yeah, I mean, it's really just, GDQ is a volunteer-driven thing, and that just means that, you know, everybody who can help, if they do, will have an awesome event.
Yeah, I've noticed that from the runners. Like, if someone needs help, people just want to help each other out. You are the guy, though. I don't want to say that you have to. I want to say that you definitely go out of your way. It's you and the rest of the registration staff do so much.
Well, I mean, it isn't even just like the registration staff or just a particular group of volunteers. It's everybody. Like, everybody really has to work together to make this event awesome, and it's really a speedrunning community like value. It's not just GDQ. It's the entire community is really based around that.
I mean, like, actually, you mentioned the Ori and the Blind Forest community. How many people have played that? Imagine if they'd like hidden strats, or hadn't tried to actually build the game into what it was.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, we've basically all communicated with each other and all worked together to accomplish so much. I think about, you know, the very first week that we played the game where, you know, we immediately had 8 or 10 different people just trying different crazy things, and then Onan would try something crazy, find a new glitch, and then other people would be like, how can we apply this? And there was just so much progress made so quickly because of all the people wanting to work together.
All right. Now, I want to know how it works for you in terms of a time perspective, though. Like, how do you balance, and actually, how do you feel between working tech, working as a volunteer, just working everything, and then all of a sudden, by the way, it's your turn, go speedrun, quick.
Yeah, well, you know, I find generally that being really bad at games makes it really easy because I don't have to like put a lot of practice time in. I can just go out and be bad. I mean, I'm totally joking. I mean, I put a lot of practice time in, even when I have a run like that, which everyone has stinkers once in a while. But you know, my goal is to make the run entertaining, and so I have to practice a lot of different things for that. And yeah, you put in a lot of time for that. I mean, this is my main hobby is speedrunning and GDQs and stuff. So you know, I focus on this before anything else.
All right, I had fun. Based off what I've heard, people at home had fun. Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
All right.
I'm really glad if you guys at home enjoyed it. I'm really glad if you guys in the crowd enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. A GDQ run is always fun, and an event like this is always fun too. So keep watching.
All right, I think we're about to start finishing setup for Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Gonna go ahead, shoot it back to Spike over there. Thank you, Vulajin, for your time, and everyone have a good evening. Night.
Thanks. Take care.
All right, thank you very much to both Studio and Vulajin over there. Once again, another big shout-outs to Vulajin and the entire crew behind that run we just watched. Up next for the night is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Pretty sick speed game as well. While we're setting up, I'll go ahead and throw one more donation over to Vulajin. It's $250 from Half Coordinated. Half Coordinated here. Major shout-outs to Vulajin for being an awesome runner and person. I'm sorry that I can't be there. I'm sorry that I can't be there to hold your hand for the run. Good luck with bashing the correct direction. This goes towards Vulajin's choice, of course.